Hi guys, all subscribers to my channel, welcome back, and I hope there are going to be more people subscribing. And here's the deal: few couple of years ago, one of you guys wrote a letter. I mean, not a letter, a comment that people who are um, gang stalked target individuals. Some of them even do not leave until Social Security, which is absolutely possible. I am. I talked about it a while ago, not long time ago, but just a while ago. And but what ended up is I actually ended up almost approaching Social Security, but looks like gangstalkers have their own version of getting on this. So how would they do is just to set you up. By setting you up, I apologize again. I have a GERD that it's not healing for a year. I don't know. Maybe I'm coming down with something as a sickness. But the well, if you're still alive, they will make everything possible for you to be in trouble with Social Security and maybe temporarily delay or receive Social Security and kind of get you, get you move forward. You see, I work in the United States for almost 40 years, and I should have a normal Social Security, and that they can partially will help me. I'm not partially retired, but I'm still going to keep working. But they will have Social Security that will give me a little bit kind of a cushion when you get sick or something. And the so what happened? I talk about my mother's death, and not just my mother's death, but the circumstances that uh, around her death. I think she was medically gang stalked as well, and because she was part of whatever I was part of, and she was made sick. There was a combination of medicine that was given to her that made wrong symptoms of a Parkinson. Then her detox to remove all those chemicals from this medicine. Uh, the cost her almost all the stuff around it cost about $250,000, and it means we spent her pension fund. I spent my pension fund to do business around it. I can stabilize, and then COVID hit, and we couldn't sell the property that we have, and the so it's kind of became tough. And then um, she died, and not just she died, they lost her in morgue, and which prevented her from um, being on her biopsy done that we can understand what's exactly killed her. Biopsy on her brain that would have let her. We can know which is it, a medicine that killed her, wrong medicine, or um, the sickness of some kind. So, and I wanted to restart to her to change some stuff of her death registry, and I wrote it on Facebook. And after I did this, I have total crap happening to me. The first they didn't. Whoever was um, involved in her arrangement and things and actions around her death, like burial services and so on, so on, they didn't report her to services that she's dead. So she was alive. She was considered alive for a while, and it created another error that will start keep sending her social security pay, and for almost 3 months, and actually for 3 months, not almost 3 months, and I put them aside that I can return those money, and the as soon as I realized that she's still alive, that she's still considered to be alive, and they were late with death certificate. I went to Social Security Service and said this, and this. And by the week after that, I saw my account where she was receiving her Social Security frozen and all the money gone. But there was not big money because I transferred some of my mother's Social Security to different banks in order to keep them safe. If one bank fails, they can return at least part of it. Okay. So here's the deal. If you are taking somebody else's Social Security, what that person is considered to be a fraud. And the what I did, as I said, this is why I went Social Security and I explained this is please take the money. I had all the money available, and they refused to take it. They said the debit card machine is not working, uh, which is kind of weird because I mean, come on, I have the money, I kept them aside, but even though I moved them to a different bank, and yet they will refuse to take it. And not just that, they had their uh, address wrong in my mother's file. And it's very simple. Send it to my address here in Atlanta. And to cut everything short, that people would, at least you guys, listen to, they um, ask the money from the bank, and the bank overdraw my accounts, close my accounts now recently. But this happened after I went to Social Security several times. So I'm dealing with it 6 months. And the bank supposedly sends some of the money to them, but not all of them because they don't know what they did with the money. Not with the money, but it's it's kind of hard to explain. But I will go further. But the thing is, uh, I arrived last week home and take a letter and see that I own Social Security, massive amount of money, and I own not Social Security, but the bank, same massive amount of money. So practically, I own double. This is what they say. I own double on of the amount I'm supposed to have. So the Social Security I understand, but the bank, they overdraw my account to pay Social Security. 6 months later, nobody paid Social Security, uh, and I kept the money in specific accounts that they can pay Social Security. It's kind of strange thing, and I think simply they didn't want to take the money on a specific purpose because they were trying to uh, do something with her identity. You see, my mother was a scientist as well, and a long time ago in former Soviet Union, and she was participating in some research, Soviet research that was involved in space industry of former Soviet Union. My father was the one who participated in nuclear research and impulse, which later was used as impulse weapons. But my mother participated in space research. Okay, she was involved um, in research which regarding it's called ailerons. Remember, it was for instance you have a missile that is flying right before it was like an airplane wind. You move some things and it changes course. For instance, you move something like this, or in the ailerons, it's called. It's a and like the flap, and it changes direction. Now everything is like a specific type of combustion engine, but not anymore. They don't use this thing. But it was a long time ago, and there were several patents developed, not on her job, but she was part of the team. Okay. Plus, she was very well aware what my father's research was, and so, as I said, I repeat, they lost her in the morgue. You cannot sell it, stale it lost, but they displaced her. They couldn't locate her for 2 days. She died one day, and to the end of the next day, they finally located and called me. Okay. While doing this, they failed to check to be doing this. Uh, they didn't. Whoever runs the show there didn't take the biopsy, and as I said, um, I started to um, wanted to change, and I want to change her death certificate. But anyway, and this is when my problems with the bank started. I reported her death the moment I realized that nobody else did, because usually the people who are around her when she is dead, like hospice and people who are in cremating her, um, uh, they were supposed to report it to the state, and because one of the other reason, because the cremation place uh, request the death certificates to be delivered to them from the state, so the state knew it as well, but they kept doing this, and in the end, um, I had a situation that regarding money that can put me in a position that I have to deal, even in a good way or a bad way, with prosecutor's office and the police in general. Okay, and I'm a good guy, but the way the game is played, that actually they give you this information, everything is cool. You're dealing only with the bank now. We don't worry about the government. Period. I said, great. And I said, very simple. I'll be refinancing my um, condominium. So you either add those money to the mortgage, or give me a line of credit separately that I can pay right away. And of course, most of the money, I kept because they're the other banks. And I was kind of happy, but suddenly everything collapsed. Like they told me that it's between you and the bank, and suddenly again, Social Security gets involved. Then, but as I said, the problem is that they can try to present you as a criminal. Will they? I have no idea. But this is one of those things you have to be really careful. I don't know, guys, if you have parents who are old and you have to take care of stuff. Never mix your finances with your parents' finances who are really sick, because when they shut down um, Social Security, they will shut down your account, including your like what happened to me with the mortgage payment that I had to pay. So I lost 1 month of mortgage payment. I had to run and pay it again, and so on, so on. But suddenly my company stopped overtime for me. I don't know why, but so this is the deal. The It's like storytelling. The Be really careful, but and I'm getting honestly, I am getting sometimes even confused. What would somebody do? They have enough other work to do? You know, why would they just keep going, keeps going, keeps going? And what as I said, I worry about that it's going to put me in trouble with Social Security. And Social Security, because I'll get Social Security next year. It can be done on purpose that I can not exactly meet my expectations there, and something can happen to my total collapse of financings. Um, this is what people do. I'm sorry to. I promised to be really short, but it's not. Um, um, I gotta say, if I have down in description my legal fund, whoever wants to contribute, great. Um, or please just share the video. You have a good evening, and I'll try to do these things more and more. This is what I promised, but as I said, I am so busy that I even don't have a time to start my Patreon yet. Okay, you have a good evening.